Hello, my name is Anthony Perry with FLUX Pumps USA, and today we're going to talk about replacing the bearing complete in the VISCOPOWER F580 pumps, which contains the clutch assembly. So the only tools required to do so is a Phillips head screwdriver. We'll start down here by removing this bottom clamp, which will allow us to take the stator and stator housing off. Stator housing, Teflon stator, and then our gasket. And we'll move up and remove this middle clamp. Now we can slide our pump tube off. And then in here there's a sight window where we want to align and insert our screwdriver to keep the shaft from rotating. And then we can use the jointed shaft to break that loose and then thread the pump shaft off. With that will come the rotating face of the mechanical seal. And we can remove our screwdriver and take the last tri-clamp off. Remove the motor connecting piece, which also includes the stationary face of the mechanical seal. We'll head over to our vise. Using some rubber jaws, we'll clamp down on the bearing complete assembly. Hold that still, and then the bearing flange will rotate clockwise. We can thread that off. And then we will replace this complete assembly with a new one. So we'll start by clamping that into the vise, reinstalling our bearing flange, and then just make sure it's tight. You can remove it from the vise and then do everything in reverse. We install our motor connecting piece. Put on our top clamp. Install the stationary face of the mechanical seal. And then we're going to reinsert our screwdriver to keep the drive shaft from rotating. Aligning the pin with the notch on the pump shaft. Be sure that the wave spring is not interfering with the pin. Press it on. O-ring will hold it in place. And then we can thread this back onto the bearing flange. Snug that up, remove the screwdriver, set that aside for now, and we'll reinstall the stator inside of the stator housing, making sure that we align the notch and the groove in the stator. Gasket cup down on the stator housing, and then we can clamp the tube back onto the stator housing. can insert the rotor and pump shaft into the pump tube. Install our last clamp. Snug everything up. And that is the complete process for replacing the bearing complete inside of a VISCOPOWER F580 pump. Thank you.